Hey guys, welcome to Planning with Crystal. So today I've got an exciting unboxing for you. I've got a box here of books from aboxofstories.com. So they are basically an online book subscription where you sign up for a particular box of books, and that's all it is, books, pure books. So you get 4 books in every box, and you can choose from different themes like fiction books, non-fiction books. You can choose just a box of like mystery and thriller type books. You can just get a box of complete surprises, and this is a box of complete surprises, so there'll be different types of genres and books and stuff in there. The subscription is really reasonably priced. It starts from $14.99 for a surprise mystery box, and some of the other ones are slightly more expensive if you want a specific type of genre. I also have a code for you, so there's a link under the video, and if you click the link it will give you a code to get £4 off your first box. So like I said, it retails at $14.99 for the mystery box, and you can get £4 off, so get it for $10.99, and that includes free shipping as well in the UK, so it's a really good deal. And the way that this works is the company are trying to save the kind of 77 million books that get thrown away, because a lot of books are produced, they might have the marketing budgets and things like that, so they might not get the name out there, they might not end up on the shelves of the really kind of popular bookstores, so people don't see the books and they don't end up buying them. So this is just kind of to save all those books. So you end up getting 4 books that are worth obviously way more than you've paid for them. And at the moment, while we're still very much in this kind of lockdown situation, I'm finding I've got a lot more time to read. I've always been a huge reader anyway, I love reading, but right now I've got extra time because although I'm still working and I'm doing my job from home and stuff like that, because I'm not having to commute to work and do those kinds of things, there's a little bit of extra time each day. And because I can't go out and socialise and do things I would normally do, again, it gives me a bit more time. And I'm really finding that actually I'm wanting to escape, and particularly in fiction books and things like that, it's really nice to just go into a story and learn about somebody else, another character, another story. It's really just something I'm enjoying at the moment. So I am flying through books. I'm getting through probably 3 or 4 books a week, sometimes more if I have extra days off and things like that, but ultimately I'm loving reading. So I'm going to show you everything that came in this box. We're going to talk about the book, I'll tell you a little bit about each of the books, and like I said, if you do want to sign up to the subscription, I'll stick the link under the video and you can get £4 off your first box. If you've tried this subscription, let me know. I'd love to know what you think. I think it's quite exciting because it is completely random. You don't know what books you're going to get. One great thing about this is if you do keep it on as a bit of a subscription, you will never get the same box twice, you will never get the same book twice, so you can be reassured that although it's a surprise, it won't be books that you've had in previous boxes. So that's pretty cool. So, without further ado, I'm going to tell you about all the books in the box. So, first of all, I've got a book called The Hunt. This is by TJ Leben, and it says, escape and they'll kill your family. So it sounds very much like a thriller, which is a book genre that I really like. I read all different types of books anyway, but this is the sort I would probably gravitate towards as something quite exciting, keep you on your toes type thing. So it says, the cruelest game, the highest stakes, only she can bring his family back alive. Rose is the one that got away. She was the prey in a human trophy hunt run by an elite organisation known only as the Trail. She paid the worst possible price. Every moment since, she has been planning her revenge, and now her time has come. Chris returns from his morning run to find his wife and children missing and a stranger in his kitchen. He's told to run. If he's caught and killed, his family go free. If he escapes, they die. Rose is the only one who can help him. But for her, Chris is bait. And the Trail have not forgotten the woman who tried to outwit them. The Trail want Rose. The hunters want Chris's corpse. Rose wants revenge and Chris just wants his family back. The hunt is on. And this book retails at £7.99, and it looks very much, like I said, the thriller. So a lot of these books might be authors you've not necessarily heard of, but I quite like that. When things are normal and I can go into a bookshop, I quite like finding authors I've not heard of before. So this just seems like a really great deal for me, and I think I'm going to enjoy this subscription. Next is actually a book I've already read. Now, I've already read it, yes, but there's 3 books here I haven't read, and this I will pass off to somebody because I did actually give somebody the copy I've already read. I read it a couple of years ago and it's brilliant. This is another kind of thriller, really. So it's called The Girlfriend, and it was really one of those books that you just cannot put down. I'll tell you what it's about. So it says, she loves your son, she wants your life. This is by Michelle Francis. It says, if you liked B.A. Paris's Behind Closed Doors or Jenny Blackhurst Before I Let You In, you'll love this compelling and chilling psychological thriller. We all know that family relationships are never straightforward and we can't choose our children's partners. We just have to hope we like them. A girl, a boy, his mother, and the lie she'll wish she never told. Laura has it all, a successful career, a long marriage to a rich husband, and a 23-year-old son, Daniel, who is kind, handsome and talented. Then Daniel meets Cherry. Cherry is young, beautiful and smart, but she hasn't had the same opportunities as Daniel, and she wants Laura's life. Cherry comes to the family wide-eyed and wants to be welcomed with open arms, but Laura suspects she is not all that she seems. When tragedy strikes, one of them tells an unforgivable lie. Probably the worst lie anyone could tell. It is an act of desperation, but the fallout will change their lives forever. And this book retails at $7.99 as well. So this book, this was one of those books that straight away when I read the blurb on the back, I was like, this is going to be my kind of book. Because it's one of those where you're like, you're there with the mother and, you know, her son's met somebody and you're kind of going through her thoughts and some of the things that are going on, and you're kind of like rooting for different people at different times, because it's one of those stories where you're with somebody, then you're with somebody else, and you're like, who's right here, who's wrong? Is the mother being overprotective, or is there something to kind of worry about? That kind of thing. But this was very much the sort of book where I was like reading it along with it at breakfast, and then reading along with it at lunch, and wherever I got a spare minute, I'd be reading the book. And that is, for me, the sign of a really, really great book. I'd read it in bed. I mean, I read in bed anyway, but I was just like trying to find minutes to get through it. And this was a book I got through in a day because I just was reading in every spare minute. I just couldn't wait to see what would happen. But then at the same time, you're like, I don't want it to end. And it was good, and it had a really good story, had a really great ending, and like I said, I will pass this off to somebody who will enjoy it. I think a lot of people would enjoy this book. It really was a really great one, and I'm surprised it's not one that is more publicly known because it was so good. I often think about all the books that must be out there that perhaps I'll never read because there's so many, but that I would really enjoy. So yeah, I really like this book. So then I've got a book here that is called The Raven Master, My Life with the Ravens at the Tower of London. It's by Christopher Scaife, and this one retails at £12.99. So this is the only non-fiction book that I've got in my particular mixed themed box. I don't read a massive amount of non-fiction, but I do try to from time to time because I like to learn new things rather than just going off on a story. But this is one that I don't think I would have necessarily picked up myself, but at the same time, it sounds like it might be quite interesting. So it says, a strange, wise and fascinating book. For centuries, the Tower of London has been home to a group of famous avian residents, the ravens. Each year they are seen by millions of visitors, and they have become as integral a part of the tower as its ancient stones themselves. But their role is even more important than that. Legend has it that if the ravens should ever leave, the tower will crumble into dust, and great harm will befall the kingdom. One man is personally responsible for ensuring that such a disaster never comes to pass, the Raven Master. The current holder of the position is Yeoman Warder Christopher Scaife, and in this fascinating, entertaining and touching book, he memorably describes the ravens' formidable intelligence, their idiosyncrasies, and their occasionally wicked sense of humour. In the first, intimate, behind-the-scenes account of life with the ravens of the tower, the Raven Master himself shares the folklore, history and superstitions surrounding both the birds and their home. The result is a compelling, inspiring and irreverent story that will delight and surprise anyone with an interest in British history or animal behaviour. And I do have an interest in animals and also British history, being British myself, so I think this is one of those books that will possibly be a little bit of maybe a secret hit with me. Definitely one I'm looking forward to reading anyway. So those three that I've had so far are paperbacks. I actually have got a hardback in here as well. This is called We Must Be Brave, and I think it's a really pretty book with this lovely kind of blue cover with the gold on it as well. This one retails at $14.99 because it's a hardback. It says, she was fast asleep on the back seat of the bus, curled up, thumb in mouth, 4, maybe 5 years old. I turned around. The last few passengers were shuffling away from me down the aisle to the doors. Whose is this child? I called. Nobody looked back. It says December 1940. As German bombs fall on Southampton, the city's residents flee to the surrounding villages. In Upton Village, amid the chaos, newly married Ellen Parr finds a girl sleeping unclaimed at the back of an empty bus. Little Pamela, it seems, is entirely alone. Ellen has always believed she does not want children, but when she takes Pamela into her home, the child cracks open the past Ellen thought she had escaped, and the future she had dreamed for herself. As the war rages on, love grows where it's least expected, surprising them all. But with the end of the fighting comes the realisation that Pamela was never theirs to keep. Ooh. So these are the 4 books that I got in my Books of Stories. What do you think of this little collection? Would it be something that you would be happy to receive? Do you think you would enjoy all of these books? And are you going to give the box a try yourself? Like I said, if you do want to try out the box, I'll put my link under the video and you can get £4 off your first box. So I've really enjoyed doing this unboxing. Like I said, I'm really enjoying reading, and I think I'll probably do another unboxing. If that's something that would interest you, just leave me a comment underneath and let me know, and I'll try and do another one, because I'm sure I'll fly through these books and need another box. So thank you so much for watching. I do hope you give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to make sure you don't miss any more of my unboxings. Bye guys.